Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Money and the law of attraction. 5 money hacks that will change your life. Can I get a hello there? Money talks. We've heard that expression before. You walk into a room, hello, you want to get a cab? But they're like, show some money, get in the car. Get in the car. So money is a global language. And I have studied the psychology of money. Why people don't have money, why some people have a lot of money, and how to attract money. I grew up in Hampstead, a fancy part of London, and I was around a lot of people with a lot of wealth. So I learned so much by mingling in different circles. But I've traveled to so many different countries, I've lived in so many different continents, that I also am aware of the psychology of people who are living in lack. So what is money? I have seen in becoming your greatest version, you come to the realization that money is simply energy. So what happens to a lot of us? We say, I want more money. Whenever you say I want, you are sending a signal to the universe that you don't have what you desire, therefore you will always remain in lack. Once you say I have, now you start embodying your deepest desires. So if I was to ask you, what is wealth to you in your life right now? What makes you feel wealthy? You're thinking, you're scratching your head. Did you say money? Probably not. You probably said that it's taking that Sunday stroll, going out to eat with my friends, skating, surfing, going to the gym, traveling. So only a few of us are actually saying paper money, because once again, it is fiat currency. It holds no intrinsic value, only the resources do. So along my early journey, I used to work 12 hours every day, and I was earning peanuts. Now I work about maximum 3 hours a day, and I am living in abundance. So what happened? What hacks did I realize? Let me share them with you. I already made a video called How to Manifest Money, so go and check that out. But it starts with recognizing that money and attracting money is based around your energetic bank balance or your emotional bank balance. Because once again, money is energy. That is what is creating so much confusion around the world. We think we want the paper. We don't want the paper because you can't do much with that. It is the tool, but essentially it is energy. So someone says they have a lot of money, we immediately assume they have a lot of power, which is energy. But that's a big assumption, because it is not always the case. That is why you have many millionaires and who end up in these hotel rooms committing suicide. What's going on? Because once again, we are talking about something far more powerful than this paper, which is a sign of wealth. We're talking about an energetic bank balance. So how it works is, when you are feeling anxious, depressed, you are losing currency, which is in essence, you are losing your money. Once you start taking care of your internal condition, when you start accepting yourself, when you start loving yourself, when you start having fun, aligning with your true life purpose, now your energetic bank balance increases. You wake up and saying, woo! You say, woo! You say, woo! Again, because it feels so good just to be alive. Now, all of a sudden, you are creating this money, this energy, this current which is passing through you. But what happens? A light bulb goes off and you say, wait a minute, I can't just be enjoying myself. I've got to go to work. So we give all our energy away, which is our money, and we give it to someone else, and we collect very little energy back. So the secret is becoming an energy generator, what we call orgon energy, which is your organic energy. And that can only be created once you get back into nature, once you know thyself, once you reconnect back to your true authenticity, once you study economics, once you read more about the dynamics of how money really works, the psychology of money, which is the biggest thing we all forget, has nothing to do with paper. It has everything to do with how you are feeling. Because once you reclaim your power and you stop externalizing your power, all of a sudden you wake up feeling great. Money is not the biggest thing on your mind. That's why you attract it. When you are thinking all the time about attracting money, once again, you send out a signal that you don't have it. So even when you get it, you're tired, and that paper, it goes on medical bills because you're so stressed out. What happens when we sell our soul for money? Once again, we may have this physical money, but our energetic bank balance is very low because of how we acquired the money. You've got people doing what they love, creating a very high energetic bank balance. They may not be getting a lot of physical money, but they are 10 times happier than people earning millions every single year. So we have to become very aware. We have to become aware of what affects our emotions. Who has your power? One of the greatest questions to ask yourself. Is it my manager, my boss at work? Or does the power lie in my hands? And what I feel is valuable? That's the biggest question to ask yourself. What is my definition of wealth, and how can I create more? Because money will only give you more of what you already have. That's a secret. I got one camera, I got a lot of money, I bought two. I found out I didn't even need to use the other one. So it got dusty, I had to chuck it in the bin. Well, that was a waste, right? Also, the second hack is all about the attitude we have. Now, many people say, I hate money. I don't like money. Money is negative. So what you're really saying is that energy is negative, because money is designed on the foundation of energy and how it works. That is why it has seeped into the consensus reality, what we call the collective. So when you say money is negative, When you say, I am envious of someone who has a lot of money, when you say, I will never have enough money, when you say, I could never live in that house, you are creating instant karma. Because whatever we speak, we manifest. In the beginning was the Word. That is not just from a sacred book. That is how the foundation of this universe was created, through vibration, through sacred geometry. Words are vibrations. So once I started to change the words, it changed everything. It changed my interaction with money. I said, I go into a shop, I can have that. I go into Whole Foods, I can have that. Because it's all a matter of priorities. But more so, it's all about our story we are creating from our mental projection. So you say, that food is too expensive. Everything we attract is based on what we feel we are worthy of. Let me say it again. Everything we attract is based on what we feel we are worthy of. I know one thing, I gotta eat that kale. I gotta eat me some watercress, some avocados, spinach, bananas, almonds. I'll be doing more food videos, watch out for that. Because I know that to me is a sign of wealth. So once you start creating your own version of what wealth means to you, now you start hacking the code, what I call the money code. In essence, you start living in abundance. What's happening in this consumer society? We are told we need so much. You need to buy this, you need to buy that. Sale here, sale there. So we end up buying things we don't even need. That they are just kept in the storage. Well, once you start tapping into your core needs, everything becomes more clearer about what are my true values. You see, that creates the energetic bank balance. But more so, that gives you a better attitude to this thing called money, because now you use money as a tool to acquire and align yourself with your true values. Many times the people that complain about money are the people who have none. Can you see the correlation? Because your signal is that someone who has a lot of money is a very bad person. So your story energetically cannot allow you to have large sums of money, because that would make you a very bad person. Now, we wouldn't want that, would we? So we hear these stories of the meek shall inherit the earth. The poor are blessed. So we have to reevaluate our belief systems. Because I say we are the only species that has to pay to live and eat, when in essence, being free is our birthright. Now, a lot of artists, especially in hip hop, they hacked also the money code when they started to talk about things they didn't have. That is an early form of magic from the Magi, the high priest in ancient Kemet, Sumeria, Elam and whatnot. sending out vibrations. I have so much money. No, you don't. You live with your mom. So, what ends up happening? They end up getting money so much. Talk about money only means you start manifesting it. That's a secret. So people would be singing in their lyrics, I have this car, creating this illusion to the world. And then all of a sudden you realize they actually got the car. How did they do that? When you start to visualize yourself with wealth, once again, it's not about the paper, it's about the values, whether it's more friends, more Sunday strolls, better food. I go to Whole Foods every day. It's powerful. That's why artists, once you align yourself to your artwork, you are your artwork, you start manifesting a lot of energy. Also, another money hack is all about realizing if money was no object. Translation, if energy was no object. Alan Watts, great thinker, great speaker, inspirational human being. If money was no object, what would you be doing? That's the question I asked myself many years ago. And guess what? I would still be doing what I'm doing right now. Because becoming your greatest version isn't a job, it's a lifestyle. So every day I talk about what I aspire to become, therefore I become it. If you didn't have to wake up every single day to go and work for a corporation that pays you peanuts and a manager that always screws their face, or maybe you really love your job and that's wonderful, what would you be doing? Well, first of all, I would be walking out of that building, going to a really tropical country, putting my head back, enjoying life, sipping a mango juice, chillaxing, that works. So, what is stopping you from doing that? Well, what's stopping me is that I don't have money. You see, money dictates our behavior. Money governs so much of our daily activities. But wait a minute. You see, the secret of how this whole system was designed goes back to ancient Sumer. What happens? We have not read between the lines, realizing once again money is transient. That's why it only lasts for a very short amount of time. Just like a light, on and off. Every day you have to work for money. It only lasts for 24 hours before it expires. But that can't be the truth of money, because once again, money is energy. So once you connect with your infinite reservoir of energy, everything changes. Once you begin to see that, how can I plug myself into the source? How can I plug myself into the source of money. In essence, what I'm saying is, how can I plug myself into the source of energy? Now, this is very powerful because we realize that, once again, it starts with recharging who we are. It starts with redefining who we are. It starts with taking money out of the equation and following your guts. But it also starts with being smart, being savvy, and being wise. And that's why the fourth hack is all about sharing yourself with the world. Because many times we are afraid of collaboration. I've collaborated with so many people over the years, I can't even count them all. But we've shared energy. Therefore, we have created wealth on an epic scale. That's how it works. To create more energy, you must align yourself with people on the same frequency as you. And now you create this energetic explosion. In essence, great things happen because happiness is best shared. Most people get money because they want to be happy. Once again, money can't give you that. Only yourself and great friends and family. So it's all about creating better relationships with those around you. Attributing value to the things that really matter is a sure way to increase wealth and abundance. If you have people around you who are talking about you, gossiping about you, do you really want to have them as your friends? Probably not. And the last hack I tapped into is what I call new money. And new money is where right now on the planet, we are beginning to realize this monetary system is not working because, once again, it is finite, but energy is infinite. That's the truth. So therefore, it is only a matter of time before we have another economic collapse. So, new forms of money are all about placing value on something and exchanging it with someone else. The law of exchange, which I'll be doing another video about. It's about tapping into the law of exchange, where paper money becomes obsolete. What is your form of wealth? For me, I make videos. That's a form of money. Why? Because it's a form of energy. You may dance, not realizing you are a walking ATM. You may be a wonderful chef, not realizing you are a walking ATM. You may be an architect, a lawyer, a doctor, not realizing you are a walking ATM. But that can only manifest once you acknowledge your gift, your talent, and start creating this transaction. Giving and receiving. Sharing your gifts with mine. So that's it. That's what I've tapped into. And there's more to come. But once again, I always remind myself that it is the energetic bank balance which really matters, because that governs what we attract in the external world. Love yourself 100%. We are here, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy.